Now's the time, Portal Master.
Hey everybody, this is Mike and Elias with SkylanderNutts.com. We're here today to give you another Skylanders Trap Team character review. Today we're going back to the early characters that came out with Trap Team in Wave 1, I believe. And we're going to be talking about one of Elias's favorite characters in the early goings. So Elias, do you remember who that character was that you liked way back when?
Blades.
There we go. We got Blades and we got Legendary Blades. So we got two characters here to go talk about. We got a different set of moves on each character, so when we get to show you his moves, we'll have both paths covered with Blades. Yep. So Elias, do you know where Blades comes from?
No.
He comes from Spyros Castle. He was a guardian there who guarded the Fear Serpent, the Golden Fear Serpent. Now,
he's down in the dungeon.
He was down in the dungeon and he was asleep for 100 years. And what do you think happened?
He woke.
He woke. He woke up. A wave of fear spread through the castle and everybody was frozen by fear. Blades, on the other hand, fought this fear and he made it down to the serpent's chamber. When he got to the chamber, the serpent was smiling at him. And he had a deal for Blades. Now see, Blades, he always dreamed of being a knight. He wanted to go on adventures and see the world.
Didn't Blades so he down was in the dungeon for 100 years.
No. The serpent was in the dungeon for 100 years. But when he woke, he made Blades an offer. He said that he would leave his kingdom unharmed. And he would go back asleep for 100 years as long as Blades stayed in the dungeon forever. Blades knew that saving the kingdom was more important than his dreams of being a knight. So he accepted the offer. And he decided that he would stay in the dungeon forever. At this point, the serpent disappeared. And Blades was kind of confused.
Then he went off to the journey. He went to dream.
Well, sort of. What happened was the fear lifted from the castle and there was no more fear. He had defeated the serpent by facing his fears. And he was free to go about his business as always. And Master Eon heard about this bravery, about Blades standing up to the golden fear serpent. And he came over and he made him a Skylander. So now, as a Skylander, he gets to go wherever he wants. He gets to go on his adventures. He's not really a knight, but I think he's better than a knight now.
Because he has a sword, like his tail.
Well, let's look at the characters up close, okay? We'll take a close look at these guys. We have Blades. We'll take a look at the normal Blades first, okay? He's got a blue head with a silver helmet. He's got this blade of a tail. That's his main, I guess, way of attacking. He's also got very sharp blades on his wings.
And he has these looking kind of horns. I don't know what they're
called. His helmet's got these really sharp horns. That's right. They're right here.
They made buffalo.
Yep. And he's a dragon, of course. You can see his scales and his wings. And he's got these silver armor leggings kind of things protecting his legs. Now, what do you like about him as a character?
These horns.
You like his horns on his helmet, and you like his tail, right? Because that's kind of interesting.
Because it's, I don't know why it's a sword on his tail.
Well, obviously he swings his tail a lot to do attacks. But actually what we're going to see is that his tail is not really his main form of attack. It's just a little bit of bonus if you do a combo or a jump attack. Alright, let's get this other Blades on here. Let's look at the legendary Blades. You can see here we have his helmet.
Dark blue.
He's all black and gold. His helmet is all one color this time instead of two. He still has his yellow eyes and his teeth hanging, peeking out. It's pretty nicely colored, I guess. If you like the legendary color scheme, then you'll probably like the legendary Blades. I kind of like the original looking blades a little better, just because of the different blues involved. It's a little bit more colorful, I think.
Yeah.
They're in the same pose though, so.
Yeah, same pose.
Which, you know, is true for all legendary characters.
Yeah.
But here with the blue, it's a little bit harder to see that his wings actually have blades on it.
And he has the same horns as the Raider blades.
He's got the same horns, yep. But yeah, I think I like the regular blades here a little better.
Same.
Yep, I like the more color differentiation in this blades.
Yeah. But he has the same eyes.
Same eyes, same look, everything about him is the same. They even have the same moves, but as we'll see in a minute, we've chosen a different path for the legendary blades as we have for the regular blades. So we'll get to see, experience both of his upgrade paths. Well, alright, Elias, let's get both these guys into the game. You ready to play with them?
Yes.
Alright, we'll get them both into the game. We'll take a look at all their moves. We'll take a look at both upgrade paths. And we'll play a little bit of the Chaos Doom Challenge with these guys to show off all of their moves. You ready?
Yep.
Alright, we'll be right back with the Chaos Doom Challenge and both blades ready to go.
Looking sharp. Looking sharp.
Alright, Elias and I are back. We've got blades and legendary blades on the portal. We're ready to go in our Chaos Doom Challenge. Are you ready, buddy?
Yes.
Alright, let's get in there and show them the attacks of these blades. Alright, now I am going to be regular blades. Elias is the legendary blades. And when we get to it, we'll show you the different upgrade paths, because each one of us will have a different upgrade path. Are you ready, buddy?
Yeah.
You ready to start the wave?
Yeah.
Alright. For this first wave, we're going to show you the basic attack, the wing slice. If you hold the X, or if you press the X button on the Xbox One or attack 1, you're going to hit somebody with your wing blade. It's a basic melee attack like that. And we're both doing it. Now there's a couple other versions of this. There's a combo built into this basic attack where you press X, X, and then hold X. So you want to try a combo, buddy?
Yeah. That's hold X.
X, X, hold X.
I did that. And it's killed
You
both
did it?
of them.
Alright, good job. X, X, hold X. There's a bit of it's called a tail slash, or tail stab combo, so that's built in. That's pretty nice.
X, X, hold X.
X, X, hold X. Oh, somebody's down at the box, I think. Yeah, we got these little blue guys down here.
I hate
X, X, hold X. Okay, there's another move that he can do with this
X, X.
with this blade attack, where you can jump and hit the A button, or jump and then hit the X button. It's almost a combo, but it's not really a combo. Oh.
Wow, that's so easy.
Yep, it's just a jumping wing slice attack. Let's go pick up that. Well, we don't need to pick up that money per se. Ready to start the next wave?
Yeah.
Chaos is going to do a little talking here. So, real quick, we'll show them the jumping wing slice attack, and then we'll move on to the blade shards, alright? Which is the B button. Now, what you'll notice is already, this basic attack has 3 different parts to it. And with blades, there's a lot of these moves that can be combined, or...
So that hurts.
Yeah, the bats. These moves can be combined, or they have like additional type of combos built into the moves. And then some of the upgrades are just generic, like increasing power. Alright, so here's the jump. Let's do the jump. It's a little more powerful than the regular slice. Uh-oh, we gotta get down here to these guys. Jump, slam. It's a good slam attack. Oops, leveled up. Alright, now let's show them the B button attack, which is called blade shards. When you do this move, it throws blades into the ground. That's for these coming grenades. Probably to kill most of them.
I don't understand.
But the attack really isn't meant to hit people with the shards. Oh no. Those stupid bats are killing me. Alright, so this attack isn't really meant to kill the enemies with the shards. What it's meant to do is place the shards in the ground like this, then wing attack it with your X button, and it sends them flying. You see that?
I'm red.
You see that?
Red.
You're red?
Huh?
Uh-oh, stay away, buddy.
I just say, Do I level up?
Here, I'm shooting my shards at the guys with this.
I leveled up.
Good job.
I leveled up.
That'll put your health back too. So that's how the blade shards work. Basically, you put them in the ground and then you do stuff with them. In this case, we used our X button, our wing slice attack to send them flying. So boom, just like
They're
that.
both level 12.
Yep. Send them flying. Alright, well now this time we're going to show them the Cyclone Swirl. You ready for that?
Yeah.
One of the first upgrades you can buy is called Cyclone Swirl. And if you press the Y button, you'll get this cyclone to spin. And it's pretty damaging to anything that comes by. Now you're going to notice a difference between Blade Cyclone Swirl and Legendary Blade Cyclone Swirl. And that comes from the upgrade paths that we chose.
I'm not dead.
Whoa. Yeah, there's all kinds of things with this. Alright, let's not use the Cyclone Swirl completely on these guys. Go ahead and do your other attacks there. Maybe a jump attack is good. Combo.
It's destroyed.
It's okay, buddy.
I'm not dead. I killed it.
We got him. Big creatures require okay, go back to Cyclone Swirl for these guys. Now when I do a Cyclone Swirl and I walk away from it, it kind of doesn't follow me very close. When Legendary does it, yep, when Legendary does the Cyclone Swirl, it stays real close to him. That's because the Legendary Blades has the Wind Wielder upgrade path. And one of the upgrades is called Follow Like the Wind. The Cyclone Swirl will follow you more closely and blade shards spin faster. So that's what Lias has, and that's why his Cyclone is like always on top of where he is. It's kind of a protection. It's a good way to do to protect blades with that Cyclone. Alright buddy, ready? Start the next wave?
Yeah.
Another upgrade that the Legendary Blades has is called Crushing Cyclones, part of the Wind Wielder upgrade path. Here the enemies in the Cyclones swirls take increased damage from other attacks. So not only does the swirl stay close to you, but then when it gets an enemy in it, use your Cyclone Swirl, buddy. Use your Cyclone Swirl and then attack them with your normal attack. See? Any enemies in that Cyclone Swirl that's swirling around the character will take extra damage.
I am doing it.
Alright, get away from your pinata and uh-oh, we let the box get open. We'll take care of him. Throw my blades at him.
I'm running away.
You want it now, Elias. You want to activate your Cyclone Swirl a lot because it does damage to anybody who hits
He's
it.
dead.
Yep. And that Cyclone Swirl is a good, even for me, like it doesn't stay very close to me, but I can still manipulate the swirl by running around. See that?
Well, that's longer.
And when the swirl lasts a pretty long time. And
You're not strong.
yeah, I think they both last the same. You can cancel the swirl by pressing the Y button. So if you press the Y button again, it explodes. And you'll notice that our swirls have blades in them, blade shards. That comes from our soul gem upgrade. Our soul gem upgrade will allow
I just did it. Watch.
Yep. Our soul gem upgrade will allow the blade shards to automatically appear in the Cyclone. Now there's another way you can get blades in the Cyclone, and that's if you throw the blade shards on the ground with the B button, and then you hit the Y button. Well, let's show that again. B button there. See, they're in the ground. Then Y button will suck them up into the Cyclone. Now if you cancel the cyclone by hitting the Y button a second time, oh, my blade shards are gone. If you cancel it, you can throw those blade shards like that in all directions. So that's another way you can attack with the blade shards. You suck them up in the cyclone and then you cancel the cyclone to send them flying. Personally, I don't like canceling the cyclone because I think it does a lot more damage following you around and hitting all those enemies while it's spinning. It seems to be much more effective that way than just exploding it real quick. But, you know, depending on where your enemies are, if you're totally surrounded, it might be something worth doing. Alright, the last upgrade in the Wind Wielder path is called Shielding Swirl. Oh yeah, this is pretty interesting. Let's do this one without enemies. Go ahead, Lias has this upgrade where the Cyclone Swirl will deflect enemy projectiles. So go ahead and do your swirl, buddy. Now I'm going to put blades in the ground and I'm going to shoot them at you. Now watch the blades. They all turned away. Did you see that? Yeah, that's the deflecting power of your upgrade for the Cyclone Swirl. My Cyclone Swirl does not have that ability, so I would still get hit by projectiles. Now we don't get hit by each other's projectiles, but you can see how it works even in with our own projectiles. So it's kind of hard to see in this level against enemies because I don't know if these enemies are going to shoot at us. Yeah. Well, once in a while there are levels where the enemies shoot at you a lot. And when that happens, you definitely want to use blades so that he will, or your blades, not mine, so that you can deflect those projectile attacks.
I just did something.
Did you do the jump stack?
Yeah.
Yeah, we showed that one already. Okay, well, let's go over some of the other basic upgrades before we get into the shard shooter upgrade path. The other basic upgrades are all pretty unexciting. We have sharpened wings. That will allow your wing slice attacks to do increased damage. So we both have that.
That's the I didn't open the trap.
We have shard harder. This is where you shoot blade shards at a further distance. So if we hit the B button, you can see that they go on the ground, but a few of them go far away. That's what that upgrade does. That upgrade allows those blades to go further away. And finally, we have wind at your back. The Cyclone Swirl follows you around and does an extra damage. So at first, the Cyclone Swirl doesn't follow you, it just stays in one place. But for us now with that upgrade, we see the Cyclone following us around. And you see it follow Lias around more closely based on his Wind Wielder upgrade called Follow Like the Wind. Now, the regular Blades character here, my character, has the Shard Shooter upgrade path. In this path we have Slice Shards, where the wing slice attacks occasionally shoot blade shards. So if we do the slice attack, there's no blade shards there. There's some. So they're just randomly sent out blade shards. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But for Lias' character, it never sends those out. So that's a little upgrade. Now we also have Cutting Edge, where the blade shards do increased damage. So my character definitely wants to focus on smacking the shards at enemies like that. And finally we have Shard Shrapnel. The blade shards will stick to enemies, causing more damage over time. So let's start another wave, buddy, and let's try some of my moves out to see if we can see how the shards stick to enemies and do damage over time. Okay, I'm gonna put the shards in the ground here. I'm gonna swing out those enemies. Oh, I totally missed. That sucked. Alright, let's go this way. There. That enemy taking damage? Yes, see, he's taking a little bit of damage as he's following me. Not a lot, though. Not a lot of damage, is it? I'm finding the, let's get him with my shards inside my little tornado. That's pretty powerful there.
I'm using this powerful dash.
Alright, I'm gonna throw some shards at him. There we go.
But you use that and tap the enemy. Tap left the rock. It does more damage.
That's right. Now, throwing my shards, though, does not do a whole lot of damage. There we go. So, out of the two basic paths, I think I like the Wind Wielder path better. It's a little more useful, I think. I think having the Cyclone Swirl be able to deflect enemy projectiles is a very big advantage in some levels where you have lots of enemies shooting at you. I don't see too many characters with that kind of specific ability. The Shard Shooter upgrade path that I have, throwing some extra blades, the blades doing more increased damage and doing damage over time. You saw that I couldn't take out a whole lot of enemies with those shards, just shooting them all at once. They did some damage and they stuck to some of the guys, and they did a little bit of minor damage over time, but it wasn't anything worth writing home about, and it certainly didn't keep them off the box. I had to come in with my basic wing slice attack like that, and I had to jump and slam in order to get some heavy damage on a group of enemies. And again, I had to go back to my cyclone attack, which doesn't follow me around super close like Lias's, but it does do a lot of damage if I can just manipulate it. I can. Yep, it follows you right away, which helps protect you. Mine, I can kind of swing around and take out some groups of enemies that aren't really close to me if I'm careful about where I walk. So that's a nice upgrade, but that's all basic upgrades as well. It's a basic upgrade to get the Cyclone Swirl, and it's a basic one to have it follow you around a little bit. So
we're going in circles.
That's right. So I think if I had to choose just one path, I would go with the Cyclone Swirl attack upgrade with the Wind Wielder. It just seems like the better of the two paths to me. And the Soul Gem ability was really not very exciting either. It just put those shards in the Cyclone right away, so you could shoot them out if you wanted, but that again, it's got a low probability to hit anything, and if it does, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage anyway. So, not a move I like to use.
And pew.
Yeah, it does cover a wide area though. It definitely would attack a... Yep. You want to do another level just with that attack and see if we can...
Yeah.
Alright, let's do one more, and we'll try to shoot blade shards at him from the Cyclone and see what happens.
I'm getting mine ready.
Getting yours ready? Alright. Now you gotta shoot him kind of quick though. Otherwise, here, just shoot him. Boom. You don't have to go up there either. Stay back here. Pick him up. Fire him out.
Mine didn't stick.
No, only mine stick, buddy, because only I have that upgrade.
Why stick before? I think I saw...
See, before I can explode it, the enemies get too close to me, and then they die with the Cyclone itself. There I was able to shoot some out.
I'm doing this then.
See, they just run at me. Look at that. They run at me. Come down here with...
I was dead. Oops, I got food. Some food.
Watch this, buddy. There's the Cyclone Swirl. Watch him come. Don't just stand there.
Huh.
Watch your Cyclone Swirl. Just tears them down. You don't even have to move. You just stay down here. So, there you go. Again, shooting the shards out of the swirl didn't really do that much damage. It was more of the Cyclone Swirl itself. Enemies walking into it, trying to get to you. They were...
Now, do the B button. I think there's a B.
What, buddy?
Do the B button right now.
That?
In my scroll.
On yours? Will you pick up my shards? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
You gotta walk over them. Yeah, you picked them up. You picked up any shards and then threw them.
I thought they're pushed away. Pushed away.
You have the Wind Wielder upgrade path, so your swirl is a little different, and it does seem to push away the blades a little bit differently than mine.
Am I going forward?
Yeah, yours kind of widens and gets bigger. You have the shielding swirl. The cyclone swirl is bigger and can deflect enemy projectiles. So maybe it just is bigger because it's shielding you. Okay.
Yeah, it say protects me.
Yeah. But it doesn't protect you unless you stay in it. If you walk too far away from it, it's not going to protect you.
It's mine. What's it up to?
Yep. All right, so that's Blades. He's a pretty cool character for one of the core characters. He's also one of I think the first wave of characters that we got. It was one of your first favorites, wasn't he?
When we just buy him. He didn't come out.
Well, he came out back when the game came out. Yeah. So we've had him for a while. We played with them a little bit, and then we got some more characters that you found a little more exciting, like Trailblazer and later Blackout. Do you like Blades as good as those guys still? Or not quite as good?
They're not quite as good because I really don't have all the upgrades yet. Wait, we have all the upgrades.
Oh, on Blackout? No, not yet. Almost, though. So, but still, besides the upgrades, do you like the character?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you still like Blades? I think Blades is still a good character, especially, I think he's probably a pretty good air character.
Yeah, I think this, that, where you jumped in, press the X button, does this do major damage?
Yep.
Lots of damage.
Yep. I always thought Blades would be more of a ranged character, but he's really more of a melee character with his blade attacks, his jump attacks.
It was raining.
Yeah, it just likes to rain sometimes. And then the cyclone attack isn't really a ranged attack, it's more of a protection spell. I use it more as protection by staying in it and letting the enemies try to get to me. It may not work that great against the bigger enemies who can go through it, but it'll still deal out some damage to them while you can hit them with your melee attacks. Alright, buddy. Well, that's it for Blades. Visit our website at SkylanderNutts.com for a written review and a score. And until next time, we'll be back with another Skylanders Trap Team character review. We'll see you soon.
Bye.